There are countless ways of looking at Europe, sketching its contours, picturing its boundaries. While a painter gives free rein to his imagination, striving to project his own personal vision of Europe onto a canvas, somewhere, on the ground, people are rediscovering pieces of history in search of their roots. Far from the official forums of the major European institutions, 29 cultural routes have been set up since 1987 in 50 countries across the continent, focused on discovering the other as part of implementing the fundamental values of the Council of Europe: human rights, democracy, diversity and cultural identity, across borders and across the centuries.
These routes include the Hansa and one of its emblematic cities, Lübeck. Over time, what had started off as a straightforward network of German merchants developed into an impressive league of cities that for several centuries exercised power and control over trade and markets in the Baltic region. Thanks to the Hanseatic cities' trading, precious goods found their way into Europe from the north and east of the continent. The Hanseatic League, which some see as the forerunner of the European Union, is today a unique network of 176 major towns and cities spread across 16 countries, many of them on the UNESCO World Heritage List.
Nine centuries ago, Robert de Molesme founded the new monastery of Cîteaux, based on the holy rule of St. Benedict. Ora et labora, pray far from the world and live from the work of your own hands. Starting in Burgundy in 1098, the Cistercian order rapidly spread across Europe, creating 750 monasteries and 1,000 convents. The European route of Cistercian abbeys is a tribute to this exceptional heritage.
Among the finest pages of history written by the monks of Cîteaux was the one on wine. Although the vineyard trail sponsored by the Council of Europe obviously take in Burgundy and the famous Clos Vougeot, they now crisscross 18 countries, from the Atlantic to the Caucasus, from the Mediterranean to the Baltic, telling how the alchemy of wine has modelled Europe's landscapes, drawing on often centuries-old know-how and combining histories, tiny or epic, with more unforgettable vintages. Nowadays, thanks to wine tourism, over 20 million visitors a year discover the places and cultures epitomising the civilization of wine, and often celebrate.
Par Bacchus, dieu du vin, et par Saint Vincent, patron des vignerons, c'est un grand plaisir et un honneur aussi de vous armer, Madame Chevalier du Tanin.
Like the vine, the olive tree has marked both the landscapes and the everyday lives of the Mediterranean peoples. This mythical tree is sacred to all three of the monotheistic religions and is closely associated with their rites and customs. The olive tree routes were inaugurated in 1998 and are voyages of discovery created around this tree, a universal symbol of peace, reconciliation and dialogue. They involve cultural events and a variety of activities designed to highlight the history of this invaluable tree and also the numerous products derived from it, which stimulate economies based on local enterprises against a background of sustainable development.
Mozart is usually associated with the cities of Vienna, Salzburg and Prague. A less well-known fact is that with the connivance of his brilliant librettist, Lorenzo da Ponte, he drew a great deal of his inspiration from Venice when writing Don Giovanni, which is a nod to another mythical character, Casanova, who played a major role in the composition of this opera. The Mozart ways crossed the towns, cities and regions of 10 countries in which Mozart resided during his lifetime and offer an innovative approach, enabling his works and his life to be rediscovered through a wide range of artistic, educational and tourist activities.
Some routes are more difficult, requiring determination and a good deal of energy. But Lorette, whom we encountered climbing the Great St. Bernard Pass, is afraid of nothing, not even the snow falling on this first day of June.
En Suisse, c'est marqué comme ça, et quand c'est lièvre oxygénat, c'est le petit bonhomme.
Today, she has abandoned her medical practice to walk in the footsteps of the Archbishop of Canterbury, who travelled to Rome in the year 990 to meet Pope John XV. The 79 stops noted in the Archbishop's travel diary made it possible to piece together the main staging points along this route, which was first mentioned as the Via Francigena in 876. A little further on, just north of Turin, another pilgrim is heading for Rome.
J'ai fait 3 pèlerinages dans ma vie. J'ai fait Compostelle pour l'année sainte en 2010, du 2 juillet au 2 septembre, à Fistera, Santiago Fistera. Et là je fais Rome. Et puis, dans une année à venir, je pense faire Jérusalem. Je marche pour ceux qui peuvent peut-être pas marcher. Je marche pour ma femme qui va se faire opérer des pieds, en plus, qui ne marche pas beaucoup maintenant. Voilà, j'ai beaucoup de temps à donner.